Diaz Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Guard! Get up off my nizzas. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Smack at it. Bye-ya. 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 Order, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, a youngster, homie. Money Sign Suede, right? Money Sign Suede. Or is it Money Suede Sign? I don't know which one it is, but one thing I do know for sure, in a menudo standard direct fashion, we're going to talk a little bit about it, man. Because I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the fact that someone so talented, so gifted, so well-versed in lyrics and rap music, hip-hop, it seems like he's throwing his life away. Now, I don't know this vato personally, so I'm not going to get into his personal dealings behind the doors. But one thing I do know for sure is, guard! I'm going to do my thing today, right? Trip out on this. You know, a lot of people talk about Swifty Blue, and they talk about a lot of different rappers, this younger generation, this hip-hop era coming up. We just had a lot going on with Conejo as well as King Little G, and people trying to talk about who holds the crown and who's the crown holder and heavy is the head that wears the crown and all that. And at the end of the day, you know, it's up for the people to decide who the better rapper is. I don't think it matters. I think at the end of the day, they're all very talented, and it goes to show, man, that the raza is finally doing our thing, gente. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to it but to do it. I ain't no rapper. I'm a clapper, but I'm just saying, though, allegedly. Now, look, we're going to get back to the gist of this story, and the gist is this. Money Sign Suede is a youngster from the LA area. You know, very talented, very, very orientated in them streets when it comes to hip-hop, and them streets as well. Okay, I've said it before, and I'll say it one more again. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, shake it all about, you do the hokey pokey, and that's what it's all about. You can't do it like that. You either got to be in for the penny and the pound or not in at all, right? You need to separate business and music from the calles. When you try to gel the two together, when you're trying to be in both areas at the same time, well, then you end up like Young Thug getting told on by all your homeboys, right? Or you end up like Slim 400, dead. Or you end up like Draco, the ruler, dead. Or you end up like Nip Hussle, dead. You know, these people that are doing good things and making music and are talented and gifted, but are still playing them streets close. When you're playing the streets, that's so you need to play those, you need to be all in, every chip you got, right? Now, Money Sign Suede, the reason why it came to my attention is one of my subscribers said, hey, have you heard about this guy? Have you listened to his music? Yes, absolutely, I've listened to his music. I like his music. I think he's very talented. I think he's one of the better younger rappers out there today. And I hate to say younger rappers, just rapper, period. But I will take this generation and this era into account when it comes to this. Because a lot of people are confused. They think that it's clout or that it's cool to be, you know, halfway in and halfway out. And it's not. Now, this guy seems to find himself incarcerated a lot. He just got picked up, they're saying, allegedly on a Uede charge, on a gun charge, being in possession as a felon. Now, he's a young kid, man, that's already did prison time. I think he did 10 to 12 months in prison prior to this. A lot of things have happened in this young man's life already. A lot of things that people won't even see in a whole lifetime. You know, there was a shooting that happened at like a warehouse party. You know, for those that are breaking into the scene and breaking into the music scene, you play places like that. You play back alleys, man. You play backyards. You play casinos. You play whatever you can get your foot in the door, man. So you could have your voice spread so that people know who you are. Well, he was playing this type of warehouse thing, and a shooting occurred, and 2 or 3 people got hit. Of course, they're going to place blame on the guy who's performing, saying that it was something he said, that he said, she said, that she said, that he said. And at the end of the day, man, he was probably just an honest performer that just got caught up in the mix. Now, when you're out there and you're putting this image or this persona on this character, that you're hardcore, you're really in the guys like that. Now, whether he is or not, I can't call it like an alcoholic. I'm not going to belittle this man and talk a whole lot of cagada about him because I don't know him like that. But one thing I say for sure is when you have that image and you're pushing that and pressing that out there, people are going to take it for face value. I said, they're going to look at you and say, okay, all right, okay, I see you, I see. He's that one. And those are the type of people that are going to be at your concert. Those are the type of people that flock to that image. They're going to have that same image. And of course, things happen. Oh, you pinch my lady's butt with the real picture, because all I did was barely put the pictures out there. And antennas start flying everywhere. People start to become aware and they're tripping. And next thing you know, nonsense, shootings, violations, things like that happen. And who gets the blame placed on them? The performer. The guy who they all came to see. Everyone starts pointing to, well, if he would have never had the concert, I'd have never got shot. Well, trip out. Doesn't no one tell you to buy the tickets? Well, he was out there at Walmart just handing them out. Well, didn't no one tell you to get one? Well, I mean, he basically threw it in my cart. Well, fuck it then. Just go to the party, right? And that's just how, and that's why you're shot. He gets the blame placed on him. So I can see that was an honest thing. It could have happened to anyone. You know, back in the days, DJ Quick went to Denver. They started throwing bottles at each other. Shootings occurred. San Antonio, same thing. It's just like Compton. Or the Hub City. That's how it is. But the blame was placed on him. Now, this guy eventually, man, gets caught up at a very young age and already sees the pin. Now, most of these young rappers that talk about it have never seen the inside of a cell. They don't know what a soup is. They think it's a top ramen at Food for Less. They don't know what a sopa is. They don't know what it is to crush a sopa and use lukewarm water with their finger to eat it. They've never been through that struggle. Okay, they don't know what it is to cut up a summer sausage with your ID card. They don't know. And then, guard, they don't know, right? They just don't know. And that's just the way it is. That's part of the game. Okay, it doesn't mean you're more man than the guy that doesn't know. It just means that you know what you're talking about. And if you're going to talk about prison and being incarcerated in your songs, at least have been there. McFarlane don't count. That's it. McFarlane don't count. They made a Disney movie about it. They ran around a little bit. That doesn't count. Level ones don't count. So this guy does 10 to 12 months, picks up a case. And, you know, it's kind of crazy because just when he was getting hot, just when he was getting noticed, you know, he has to go do time. And it's an unfortunate situation that these youngsters are putting themselves in. You know, I don't know if it's for clout or just honestly got caught up. But he just goes to jail and he does his little 10 to 12, gets him a nice, decent lawyer, and is able to double back. Now, when you're able to double back after being incarcerated and doing time, you need to clean your shit up. You need to be like, okay, that's it. That's enough. I done did that. Now I'm solid. You know, he went in solid, came out solid. To what degree of solid? I don't know. But he came out, right? And then he still has this persona and this image and he blew right back up. And now a lot of people are talking about him because he is gifted. He is gifted with the lyrics, man. There's no doubt about that. The guy knows how to rap, right? He's a brown rapper, so of course he came on my radar and he comes on a lot of people's radar. He's a good rapper. But that doesn't mean he's a smart criminal. You know, a lot of people are good at one thing, not two things. Some people are good at two things, not three things. Some are good like me on all things. That's fine, but at the end of the day, you know, the legalization is real. Now, this vato has recently got caught up again. Gets pulled over, gets caught with the cuete, allegedly. Okay? When are you going to stop? Now it becomes an ex-con in possession. It becomes a whole lot more enhancements, gang enhancements. You're doing it at the benefit of a gang, they're saying. And all these types of charges and all these types of things. Now, a lawyer can get you out of so much. But when you're talented and you have a career and you're popping on YouTube and your platforms are popping and everyone's listening to your music, why do you continue to dig your own grave? Why do you continue to put yourself in a situation that you should have never been in the first place? Either music gets in, get the bag, or be criminality, man, and be that one. Be that gangster that you're trying to portray that image. See, back in the days, we seen NWA. We're like, man, they had the Kings jackets, the Raiders jackets, the NWA, the Kings hats. We're like, oh, that's some real gangster stuff right there. But at the end of the night, them vatos took them jackets off, put on their polo sweaters, and kicked it with the president. I never had dinner with the president. Yes, you did, Eazy-E. Calm down, right? So it didn't matter if they were on some real gangster stuff or not. They knew when to turn down and when to turn up. And that's what it's supposed to be like. They set the foundation, laid out the blueprint. and said, this is how you do it. Get to that bag first and foremost. That's how you're going to be able to live lavish and take care of your family. Orale, lavishly. That's how you're going to be able to take care of your family. When you're out there really living that life. And I guess that's the clout part of it. No, I'm really G like that. Well, look at all the real G's that really do it. Look what happens. Look where they find themselves. X-rated. He was really a G. He was really rapping about what he was really doing. He really just did 20-something years, right? You know, you look at several different rappers, you know, like Nipsey Hussle. Oh, he was really about that action. And look what happens. He jams someone up. Man, you a snitch. Homie, whoop-de-whoop, cuz I'm correct. Boom. Got him, right? People are not playing nowadays. If you don't know how to separate mine from yours, yours from mine, break bread like Jesus said, you already know, fill it up like unleaded because Gunner said it. Things are going to get ugly quick, right? And one thing I do know that is for sure with my spectacular vernacular that I'm dropping jewels today, diamonds, utterless, and knowledge you can't get in college. One thing I will say that's facts is this young kid that's so talented and can open up so much doors for the raza and for the people in general, he needs to get his mind right so he can shine right. You need to stop getting caught up in criminal activity. It ain't a good look. Okay, it's never a good look when you're the one always getting locked up because people are laughing at you behind your back. Look at that baboso. All the talent in the world, he's just going to throw it away. How many times have we seen it before? You know, Swifty Blue seems to be going through some of the same things right now. You know, some of these skits and these things are backfiring on them. It's starting to, not only are people starting to take it the wrong way, but people are looking at them. They're not laughing with them anymore. They're starting to laugh at them. Now, I don't laugh at them because I know that deep down inside this man is a smart individual just trying to get his bag. But the law enforcement and other people cannot separate the linea of rap from crack, from real, from you know the deal, from gangster to wankster. They don't know what it is. It's up to you to personify what it is. It's up to you to let it be known. Hey, look, yeah, Holmes, I'm in the calle like that, but at the end of the day, I'm with getting a mamon from a torta. You need to let everyone know, like, okay, it's not necessarily make believe you're really in them streets like that. You really do that, but at the same time, man, you're smart enough to understand it's about your bag, it's about your business. Okay, a lot of people, and I don't want to say youngsters, man, because I don't want to get them all mad at me as mad as they already are. A lot of people don't know how to separate that. It takes a strong mindset and it takes a well-laced up individual to understand the differences between thinking you're cool and really being cool. See, it's two different things. You see? Oh man, I'm cool. Why? Because you think you are? Or are you really cool? The cool one is the one that's smart enough to understand the streets and the business aspect of it. And to, if you're able to gel those and really mesh those together, now that's a real one. That's different. Not everyone could do that. But with this Money Sign Suede or Money Suede Sign Kid, he's a talented guy that's misguided. You know, got's the look, got's the skill, should have the education. Now, I don't know what neighborhood this guy represents. I don't know, you know, if they laced him up, you know, tuned him up a little bit so that he knows what time it is. Because when you're on, your barrio's on, humps. Your hood, your turf, wherever you're from, that city is on. Okay? You carry the torch for the people around you. I know when I get on, my homeboys around me are on. Gun's doing it. YouTube, man, personality, vlogging, whatever he's doing, we're on. Hey, Gun, you got money? YouTube don't pay me like that. What? I thought we were on. I'm on TV. That's about it. Turn it on. That's it. I'm on your phone. I ain't on like that. But when you're in the rap game and you're performing and you're on, you're making money, you have gold chains, things of that nature, you can put your homeboys and direct them and put them into position, man, to also get involved and make some bread. And that's a great thing, homie. You know? But when you're out there with them same homeboys thinking you're cool and tough and trying to prove to people that you're really in the hood, that you're really in the water, that you're really about that life, well, guess what happens? Guess who also sees that? Because everybody watches. Excuse me, is Money Suede, whatever he is he here? Turn around, lock it up, boom, you're gone. And now you're going to real life. And now it becomes a real life situation. Now it doesn't matter how good you rap. Now it doesn't matter how much bread you got. Bread, like Jesus said, right? Now it doesn't matter about none of that. Now you know what matters? You better hope that your celly don't snore a lot. You better hope that your celly's cagada don't smell as bad as yours does. You better hope that you have good cell etiquette when you get up in there, man, because if you don't, you're going to learn it. Oh, yes, you will, right? There's going to be a lot of things that change in your life when you just went from having steak and lobster to now you're having soap on sausage because it's different. Okay, when you try to toe that line, Holmes, that line will get crossed. I've seen it time and time again. It happens over and over again. So what's going on with this kid? Is he going to be able to sustain and get his mind right so that way he may shine right? Is he going to be able to be a factor, not an actor? Is he going to be able to be a breakout artist like he already is and continue that longevity and have a good career in the rap game and put some good music out there for the gente? Or is he going to be just another one that's here today and gone tomorrow? Orale, little pump. Is he going to be another one that, you know, for a minute we hear about him, oh, you heard the Homeboys music, and then 2 weeks later it's like, hey, you hear the other one, whatever happened to the other one? I don't know, I also got locked up, dummy, right? Because that's how people start to look at it. Now, I'm not here to disrespect that man by any means. I'm just saying in general, the people, you know, the civilians, the people that are out there buying your music and pumping your music and liking and subscribing to whatever you got going on are going to be the ones to tell you, hey, it's easy come, easy go. Not everybody has a good shelf life. Not everyone can sustain this thing, keep it going, and stay up on your mental and in your frontal and all up in your dental. No one could do that, right? Unless they know how to wiggle. And when you're not laced up, educated enough to do for you and yours before you're willing to do for them and theirs, guess what happens, Holmes? You're in trouble. Okay, so this guy, the case that he's getting caught up on, a possession of a firearm, is he going to do some time? People are asking me. Well, I don't know. That depends on the ramifications and exactly what happened. I wasn't there. I wasn't the cockroach in the backseat of the cop car when he got caught up, right? So, there's a lot that leads into it. Was it on him? Was he possessing it? Was it really, couldn't have been just in a general area where he had access to it? And, when you have lawyers, they can make a case for a lot of things. And I don't know his case, so I don't really want to speak on it and put a stick in his spoke, before they put a sausage in his spokes. You know what I mean? It just gets ugly. Guard! Hey, that was a joke. You like that? Yeah, you like the way I did that joke, huh? Things can happen that I don't wish bad upon anyone. But I don't know his get down, so I don't know. I know the first time he did do some time, so obviously he was guilty of whatever they said he was guilty of, allegedly. And he did sit down. He got a good deal. He got a mighty fine deal. But it doesn't work out like that. Every case is different. Again, man, this guy seems to be incarcerated back to back to back to back. It's a pattern here. It's becoming a pattern. And when it becomes a pattern, they're not going to take their foot off your pressure of your neck, Holmes. They're going to be applying pressure. See, because you get out and you have a tail. And then you continue that tail. And it's hard to shake a tail. Parole, probation, especially when you're trying to personify this gangster lifestyle. Or, man, I'm having bands, I'm having money, whatever you're doing, rapping. I'm not a rapper, I'm a clapper, whatever you're doing, when you're talking about that lifestyle, they're expecting you to live that out, and they're watching every little step you take. They will be there. And that's how it is. Anyways, man, he's a young rapper from the LA area. Like and support this guy, man. We need to support him as a people, get behind him, and hope that he makes the right decisions in his life. Because ultimately, it's up to him. Ultimately, it's up to any of us. And I know people are saying, why do you carry a gun? Hey, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't. I have my own life to live. I'm trying to stay up out of jail my damn self, right? But one thing I do know is for sure is if I could give a little game, if I could give a little clecha, if someone is willing and susceptible to listening to it, well, there it is there. If it doesn't touch this man, maybe some other young rapper that's coming up be like, damn, this dude's speaking some real stuff. Yes, I am. A whole lot of it, right? Knowledge you won't get in college. Definitely. You're not indefinitely. You're not trip. And I double tripped you. On some real stuff, people ask me about people. Like I said, I have to look into it and see his cases and things of that nature. But I'm not the know-it-all. I don't know everything. I don't know exactly why this guy does what he does. I could put a 2 on the 10 and fake it to make it. One thing I do know is for sure that this guy is trying to live both lives. You're trying to be a rapper and you're really trying to be in the calles. That's what I know. And it never works out. I have not seen it ever work out for anyone. But what about Jay Prince? Well, look what he's going through now. It just doesn't work out for people. You see Big Meech? Locked up. You see Nip? Gone. Slim? Gone. Dolph? Gone. Gone. With the wind. Rest in peace, may these guys and the guys that are incarcerated, that's pretty much too. Life gone. It's just an ugly situation. What will this kid do? Will he make his next move his best move? You know what I mean? Will he pull hoes and strippers wearing Gucci slippers? Will he do power moves wearing shower shoes? I don't know. One thing I do know is for sure is it's out there in his grasp. He can get it. He just has to get away from the corny stuff and get away from trying to prove himself to people and to put on this image. He's already a good rapper, man. Let your words and your lyrics do the speaking for you. Go get that bag, homie. Open doors up for your gente, for your people, for your homeboys so they can get in too. We need everything we can get as brown people, man. No one's going to help us out but ourselves. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Wait up, before I go, I wanted to touch on the subject. There's been an individual that did a video, man, and I know Dubs touched on it, 16 to Life, I believe it was. Good dude right there. He interviewed a guy named, I think it was Bam, or I'm not sure if it was 16 to Life that did it, but I know Bam from Compton. Shout out to Compton, respects, man. Shout out to the Compton OG Crips out there, man. And the song is on power. Shout out to the real ones, right? This individual has a whole lot to say about the gun, has a whole lot to say about people, man. I usually don't address the individual. I mean, I do from time to time. You know how you do it. Stick a fork in them, right? But come on, bro. Where's that energy when you were begging me for $60 on my live? Just begging me, hey, gun, please, I got a nonprofit organization, man, please, please, please. Man, this guy sent me so much requests in Cash App, I forgot how much money I had and how much I didn't, right? And I ended up sending him the 60 the next day. It was like, I got you. And a derogatory statement towards a Mexican, right? And I was like, what? He go, Doug, call me a wet everything, right? I was like, what? You know what I mean? I went swimming. Anyways, with that being said, you know what you did, Bam. That's cold, bro. That now you want to talk all that high power stuff when you was begging me for money, and then you called me wetback and all that, man. Come on now, man. Just because I'm brown? Come on, brother. You're black, I'm brown. Let's get it together, baby. You know what it is. Anyways, with that being said, go out there and get it. I just thought I'd touch on that because he knows what time it is, man. Don't be speaking, man, unless you're spoken to. With that being said, we're going to get it, Gente. We're going to do what we does, man. If you like this, hit that like and subscribe. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle. And bam, no! I'm not going to send you no more money. You played me once. You ain't going to play me twice, homie. They're gone. Bang, bang. And in that fashion. Order the money.